be talking about Long Shot. This is a movie starring Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron is Secretary of State in this, and she's looking to get like the president's approval. The president is played by Bob Odenkirk, who's pretty funny, and he doesn't have a lot to do in this, but what he does is pretty funny. And Charlize Theron's character has an assistant played by June Diane Raphael, who's really funny and is a really good supporting character. She has a lot of good lines and stuff, and reactions to Seth Rogen, because Seth Rogen is a journalist who has some employment issues, and they run into each other at a party, and they know each other from when they were kids because she actually babysat him, and he kissed her when she was babysitting him, and then that's like a big memory he has as a kid, but she doesn't even seem to remember it. But they meet up at a party, they talk for a bit, and when she finds out that he's a journalist, she asks him to look into like his speeches, and she remembers him as a funny guy, wants him to kind of punch them up, make them funnier, because that was one of the things when they were doing like polling. That was one of her negatives, was she wasn't that funny. So figured if they got a speechwriter who had some funny jokes, it would improve her likability, and her ultimate goal is to run for president. And you know, everybody's for this, and that's where they're working towards. And one of the things they want to do is get her like a kind of like a crusade, which for her is the environment. So this movie is basically, it takes place over a short period of time where Seth Rogen comes in, he's the journalist, and they start hitting it off, and they start getting together. And then you have all the usual things that would happen in a situation like that, where the people that work for her don't want this guy around because he's kind of a schlub, and they keep showing him, for some reason, he's constantly wearing like children's clothes almost. Like he's wearing windbreakers and backwards hats and things like that, and basically dressed like a teenager, and basically looking kind of sloppy and things like that. And so the people that work for her don't think the general public will approve, and they want her to break up with them. So that's the basic story. It's very funny. Charlize Theron is very charming. Seth Rogen's funny too, but you kind of always see him like this. For Charlize, it's more of you don't really see her do these kind of comedies that much. It's kind of like along the lines of A Million Ways to Die in the West, only funnier and better written, I think. So overall, it's a good show. It's funny, kind of predictable. You can figure out where it's going to end. It's a lot like The American President, only less reality, more humor, and gender swapped. But it's a good movie. It's fun to watch. I give it a 7 out of 10. You'll probably only watch it once, because once you've seen it once, you've seen all the jokes, you've seen all the funny parts. But it is worth watching more than once if you are a fan. So that's The Long Shot, starring Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, or all of the above. Thank you, and have a nice day.